Hello, hello, hi. My name is Erik Sandoval, and I'm really excited to apply to the Edna and Laurence Williams National Organizing Fellowship. So let's go ahead and begin. So the first question that came up was, why are you interested in applying to the Edna and Lawrence Williams National Organizing Fellowship? Well, first and foremost, I I do work as a community health worker for St. John's Community Health. But most importantly, I'm interested in this fellowship because essentially community organizing to me is one of the most powerful ways to be able to create authentic, real, and lasting change. My interest essentially started with seeing a lot of issues within the community, such as housing insecurities, education inequity, policing, resources to food banks, food drives, clothing, etc. And essentially seeing all that directly impact the people in my community. And I've seen how systems can make people feel invisible and unheard. But I've also seen how organizing can bring people together to build power and for people to demand better, essentially. Now, our next question was concerning our criteria for ideal candidates. What strengths, skills, and/or lived experiences do you have that can contribute to the fellowship? Um, Essentially, in terms of what I bring to the fellowship, I do bring a lot of lived experiences, but I would say one of my biggest strengths is my ability to be able to connect with people, to be able to develop that rapport and build strong relationships. I'm someone who listens deeply and tries to understand people's lived experiences. But most importantly, I also bring a strong work ethic and a willingness to be able to learn new information. I don't shy away from challenges, and I'm not afraid to step outside of my comfort zone, let alone take initiative, and especially when something needs to get done. Um, but also, what inspires me the most is that change doesn't necessarily come from the top down. It comes from everyday people working together and coming together, building strong relationships and taking collective action. Essentially, that belief is what compels and drives me to my commitment to the community, the work I do today, whether that's through what I currently do as a community health worker, partnering with other organizations, trying to help bridge that gap for other individuals. and then and then our next question is, what experiences do you seek to gain from this fellowship, and how will you apply them toward your community? So first and foremost, through this fellowship, I'm hoping to gain a much more wider and stronger organizational skills and organizing skills. I'm sorry, especially in areas like base building, so leadership development, and being able to help and run an effective campaign. I want to learn more of how to not just mobilize people, but to build a more sustainable power and develop other leaders. Long term, I do plan to take everything I learned and apply it directly to my community, essentially by continuing to organize around issues that matter to us the most. I also do want to help create spaces where people do feel empowered to speak up and be involved and get more involved and to help lead. Ultimately, my goal is to bring about and contribute to building a stronger, more unified community that can fight for and essentially win the changes that we all do deserve. And I thank you so much for considering my application. And thank you all for your time. Have a great day.